Hello everybody, welcome to our Lockdown Protocol tutorial. If you don't know this game or are just trying to get into this game, it's basically an Among Us style game. It's really fun, but the employees, not only do they do tasks, they can fight back, so you don't get voted out. If somebody's trying to kill you in the game and you know they're bad, you can fight back with literally any object or anything. There are game tutorials. If you come to this computer, you can actually show the tasks and what to do and everything like that. So there are refreshers in the game. You can check your tablet for locations of things and also how to do the tasks. The only thing is, as you can see, there's no voiceover. There's no description of what's going on. You kind of have to see this and follow along. It's also kind of tough to do this when you're in the middle of the game. I mean, think about the pressure of just playing the game, especially with your friends or even random lobbies, and it's I actually don't know how to do this task. So we're going to just do a quick intro into the game and kind of show you around the building, and then we will do each task. It's going to be short videos, just kind of to the point. They'll be titled what tasks, but hopefully this helps people get interested in the game and enjoy the game. We're going to start. I already set it up, but we'll get into it and walk around the room. So there are two settings you can do when you spawn in, either around the tree, which is where everybody spawns right here, or throughout the map. Now, throughout the map I've found is a lot tougher, because if you spawn in by the tree, everybody has no weapons, no advantage, and we see everybody. If you spawn in around the map, though, you could spawn with a killer right next to a weapon, or depending on how the rules are set up. And it's a little tougher to get in and not die, basically. If you hold right-click on any weapon, you can see the damage it does. It has body damage, head damage, from the back and the front, and then they have, stamina damage as well. If you run or jump or fall off of things, your stamina actually will kill you. So if you run too much, you'll lose health. You do recharge health over time, but it's one of those things where you just got to keep an eye on that all the time. There are 4 hallways you can use key cards to open up. This is the armory. You can recharge weapons in there. You can get the heavy weapon if that's a setting you guys have on. We also have, in the machine room, a hallway for spare parts. So none of these have to be opened. So even though we have pressure cans, batteries, spare parts, and things back there, extra fuses, it's all just extra stuff. You'll never need anything in here to complete tasks out here. They help you, and it's extra. So that pressure canister here, we have the pressure task, but you're always going to have enough pressure canisters out here to do the task without opening that. It's just a beneficial thing if you want to open it. There's also 2 extremely fast battery chargers back here if you need extra slots to charge the batteries, or if you just need a place to get away and charge batteries, because sometimes there are killers in here doing other tasks, or just a lot of tasks in general. Pressure, you could have power, vents. This is the cleaning station for the vents, computers. There's a lot of tasks right here, so sometimes it is easier to just charge the batteries back there in a safe distance from everybody else. These are the battery chargers in the machine room. Now, as you can see, it does say filter washing station and charging station. There are also little icons up here if you ever need to associate a color or an image with the room you need to go to. Your tablet shows everything. So let's just say pressure, right? It shows you exactly where you need to do pressure in what room, and then where you are in relation on the map. That little white dot down there shows you where you are. The power stations here, that's another task we have. See those highlighted dots? It'll show you where they are in relation to the rooms as well. And then the green, yellow, red icons all show you kind of what the rooms are. And if you don't know the map super well, you can always correlate it to these up here. This is what the key card looks like to access various rooms. You can have up to 3 on the map or none. It just depends on how you have the rules set up. There are various weapons and things throughout. As you can see, even this canister that you need for some of the tasks, you can use this as a weapon too. You can literally pick up anything and use it as a weapon, whether you're a killer or good. Just hold right-click, insert the card, and now we're in the medical room. So again, this is not a room you need to access, it's a room you can access. There is a defibrillator in there that you can bring people back to life with. It just needs to be fully charged. There's also 3 more in here, and they have a random probability to be charged up fully or not at all. And then also, if you want to set it to being full all the time, just depending on how many people are playing, how many killers, that kind of thing, you want to balance it out a little better. You can have the charges set to, you know, full, half, random, just to make it a little more interesting. But this room, like I say, it's completely optional if you have an access card and want to jump in here. I'll show you how to charge those up. You just want to grab batteries. In this storage room here, you'll find fuses, batteries, your pressure canisters, everything you need to complete tasks for some of the tasks that require a little bit more moving parts. So there are tasks that require less, like computers, where you just kind of push buttons and go to each location. It's more of a time task. And then there are some missions that require jars, fuses, batteries, that kind of thing. So it just depends on what tasks you're doing. And we'll get into each one of those as we continue down here. I just kind of want to show off the building more than anything right now, and then we can go task-oriented after this. I'm charging these batteries up right now, so if you need them for power or for the defibs, you just go to that station or the fast charger back there if it's open. Now, there are 2 spots to use the key cards on every hallway. This is another one right here, and this opens the armory. So before we get those defibs charged up, I just want to show this off a little bit. A couple of spare little pieces in here. Nothing too important. You can do damage, like I say, with anything you pick up. But this right here is the weapon charging station. So if you have, let's say, a pistol or a shotgun or whatever you want to charge in here, you can put that, right-clicking it, into the recharge area. And then if you grab a corresponding color of flower from the botanical room, the green room right over there, depending on which gun it is, you can recharge the guns. Now, if you want a quick way of kind of knowing what color charges what gun, the top of the gun shows the color. So there's blue on the pistol and there's red on the shotgun, and those charge each one depending on what color it is. So blue will charge a pistol, red will charge a shotgun. The only one that's different is the revolver. So the revolver you charge with yellow even though the top is green. I believe if you shoot the actual ammo out of the gun, the color will also show on wherever you hit. So like if you shoot this wall right here, you'll see a little flash of blue with the pistol. With the heavy guns, it's the same thing. It's red for the shotgun, the SMG is blue, and then it's yellow for the assault rifle. So it's just, you know, there's a couple of little ways you can tell, but basically it's just kind of trial and error and knowing what it is. Those are 3 of the hallways we have. There's also a hallway in the green room, which I'll get to in a second. You can use the access card for that if you want to open that. It's just a hallway that connects. There's nothing super special about it. It just makes it a little easier to get around. Now, the medical room here, that defib is always open and accessible, so you don't need a key to get to that one, but it charges the exact same as these. So if you want to use this, you need 2 batteries, and then you want to make sure this is all the way full. So sometimes it'll show almost full or not quite full, but when that is blue, you'll be able to grab this, and then if you just see somebody, you can just left click, bring them back to life. You can also, as a killer, or even if you're defending yourself, do a lot of damage with this. So if you hold it up, you can tell it does a lot of damage. It's got 80 knockback, 50 stamina, and 10 health from the back. So it is a really good one to use if you need to attack. In this extra room, there's also these scalpels. They are actually pretty good weapons. They do as much damage as a regular knife would do. Here is one side of the extension to the botanical room. Now, a big thing with the botanical room is it was this room that didn't really connect to anything. It was just kind of off in the, you know, the wilderness over here. And now they have this cut-through hallway. So as a killer, you can either stash parts and things like that that you want to hide, or you can, as an employee, just have a way out, because killers can trap you in here. And now that there's a way out, it's just a little safer to move around in. Pizza room. Rice sometimes spawns here. It also sometimes spawns in the storage room if you want to do pizza. We'll go through all that later on. We have these briefcase laptops to open up any potential weapons that'll be there. This is a C4. And real quick, I just want to show that off. You can have the detonator spawn always, sometimes, rarely, or never. and it is a devastating weapon. If you hide behind something, it prevents you from taking damage, but if you're anywhere in this area here around the C4, it will either do damage or fully kill you. So you have to be careful of that thing always. Medical room for scanner, computers, and like I say, if you ever have these tasks, you can always look on the tablet by pressing Q and see where stuff is around the map. This is where you get your analysis task and see what you need. This is the botanical room with all the colors that I was showing you, and even if you cannot tell what color is what, they do correspond to a very specific looking flower up here as well, and it looks just like that when you go into the room. I will show you all that real quick. As far as cookie goes here, there's going to be cookies scattered throughout the map. They do damage to the back, but if you hit somebody in the front with it, they will actually heal them 10. So that's beneficial if you're trying to heal somebody, but it also could be used as a small weapon. Here is the jar washing stations. You can wash 2 jars at a time. We'll need that for analysis and pizza. Or if you're recharging weapons and want to clean a jar out, you can do it there. The killers will oftentimes like put the wrong colors in jars and bring them to analysis or pizza or wherever, and if you need to wash it out after you use it, or if it's the wrong thing, you can just do it right there. We'll go through that again when we actually have those tasks, though. But for right now, just kind of showing off like little hidden areas and things you can do with packages, hiding items. Check every area, though. Like I say, this is a power task that we have. It's tucked behind this box in the green room, so it is kind of tough to see, but I like to go in a circular pattern around the map and just check every area, because you're not going to know exactly where all the tasks are and everything, but it does help to kind of get a feel of the land and, like I say, go in a pattern. Double backing and stuff could get you in trouble if people are following you, or if you just spend a little extra time going from place to place. It's also kind of hard to remember. I like to associate the colors of the place with like what I'm doing task-wise, and it just helps me a little bit more, but, you know, just play however you feel like playing. That's how you'll charge the weapon up, and like I say, as you can tell, there's green on the top of this one, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's the color you need to use. Let me see if I shoot this. Yeah, see how it's yellow when it comes out? That's how you know what color you actually need. That's how you know what ammo you need. This one, it actually has red on the top, and that's how you know, okay, that's the ammo I need for that. It also shoots red on the bottom there. And then that blue pistol, oh, perfect. That blue pistol's in here. Any of the cases that have this, there's a weapon in there almost every time. And I don't know if there's a setting that allows you to make them randomized, but if you ever see this, you will probably get a weapon out of here. The knives don't spawn in the cases, only the guns will. And this is essentially like playing Wordle, so I like to go in order. Yellow means we need those numbers, but in a different spot. Gray means we don't need those numbers, and they're in a they're just in the way. Blue means if we have a blue number, they're in the right spot. So the numbers will also not ever double up, so we can't use 2 2s or 2 3s. It's only going to be one of each number. So I'm going to start off with the ones we know are there. Okay, so 4 is in the right spot right there. 2 and 3 are still not in the right spot. 5 is a number we don't need. So let me just switch these. And we'll go to 6. Okay, so that's all correct now. And the last number is either going to be a 7, 8, or 9. So 3, 2, 4, 7, 3, 2, 4, 8. There you go. And it'll just open up. You'll grab whatever's in here. Blue, so you have to reload this with blue, but that is that's how you do those cases. Like I say, the numbers don't ever double up, so don't ever worry about having to use like 2 3s or 5s or something. There's a lot of different ways you can solve that puzzle, and you know, it depends on how your brain works. Mine, I just have to go in order. I have to leave the numbers up there or I'm going to get confused. But yeah, that's a little bit of the map. We'll go into every bit of this with more detail as we go through. But yeah, thank you for checking that out. We will start up our task explanations next time. Thank you all. I will see you later, and happy lockdowning.